Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is Kay back at it with a new vlog. Today I want to talk about who wins between WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO Lightweight Champion Devin the Dream Haney versus two-division World Champion Shakur the Fearless Stevenson. Wow, this is going to be a hell of a fight because Stevenson is next up for Devin Haney. So, before we get into it, press like if you like my videos and please subscribe. Devin Haney had a controversial in his last fight when he fought the great Lomachenko. Everybody felt that Lomachenko was robbed. Now, the way I saw that fight, it was a close fight throughout, and Devin Haney had a slight edge in the fight. Now, granted, Lomachenko, he did come on strong in the 10th and 11th round, and that's when Devin Haney took off a couple of rounds. But in the 12th round, Devin Haney was able to pull it off and win that round. So I want to say that Devin Haney did win that fight. He don't need to do a rematch unless that's just something he want to do. People gonna always complain about who won, who lost, but that's just the way boxing works. It's one winner, one loser, and on that night, Devin Haney won. He didn't win by a lot, but he did win. Okay, now that I got that out the way, let's do the tail of the tape for Devin the Dream Haney and Shakur the Fearless Stevenson. Devin Haney, he's had a net worth of $6 million. His age is 24. He's got a height of 5 feet, 9 inches. He's got a reach of 71 inches. He's a orthodox fighter, and he's got a record of 30 wins, 0 losses, and 15 by way of knockouts. Shakur, the Fearless Stevenson, his age is 25. He's got a net worth of $3 to $5 million. His height is 5 feet, 7 inches. He's got a reach of 68 inches. His stance is southpaw, and he's got a record of 20, 0 losses, and 10 by KO. Okay, now that we got all that out the way, styles make fights. So this is going to be a really good fight because, you know, I like me some Devin Haney. And man, Shakur Stevenson, it don't get no better. These two, put them in the ring, and always, even when they was coming up before they start winning championships, always knew that this would be a heck of a matchup. So let's talk about it. You know, styles make fights. So let's start out with the champ first. Devin Haney, he's a great boxer. He's got good body rolls, and I believe he learned that from Floyd Mayweather's father when he was training him. He's good at tying up when he get in trouble, which is great, and he's got good placement shots. You know, I think he's the best when it comes down to placing his shots. You know, and his footwork is good, and he's got good foot speed, which is excellent. Then his jabs, he's got a great jab, and he's got good combinations. The body shots are good. And then something else he does, he's got like a sweeping body shot, and he was doing that a lot in the fight against Lomachenko. And had he did that more, had he went to the body more, I think he could have kept Lomachenko at bay, because Lomachenko, for some reason, whenever Devin Haney was going to the body or threw more punches other than just one shot at a time, it seemed like Lomachenko would kind of freeze up and start, going back. And therefore, when he was going back, he's not punching. So, kudos to Lomachenko, because Lomachenko, for one, he's a great boxer, great combination, great footwork, good angles. And if you watch my video on that fight, when I talked about who would win between Haney and Lomachenko, I did say that Lomachenko would be Devin Haney's toughest fight up to this date. And it was, and Haney did win. Now, back to what I was talking about. Okay, so Bob Arum, he gets into it. Now, he's promoting Devin Haney. I think he's doing Lomachenko too. And so he says that that the way he saw the fight, it was one-sided. And that was everything from the truth. So I don't know what fight he was looking at, but the fight was close throughout, other than the 10th and 11th round. Okay, now let's talk about two-division champ Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a generational fighter. He's a master boxer. He's a gifted boxer. He's got defense that he's like a genius when it comes down to his defense. He can stand right in front of you now and throw punches and still don't really get hit. That's amazing. Because at first, when he first came on the scene, yes, he wasn't getting hit, but he was doing a lot of moving around the ring. And so people said, well, he was running. He wasn't running. It's just that that was his style. So the people that were saying all those bad things about him, that he runs a lot in the ring, he started going toe to toe. Now Shakur stands right in front of his opponent and throw his punches and still don't get hit that much. That's impressive. And one thing else I noticed about Shakur used to kind of keep his hands down kind of low for whatever reason. Now he's more up. Somebody taught him, probably I would think his coach and manager, that you got to keep them hands up. Because Shakur had this thing of, like an Ali, where you throwing your jabs and stuff, but, a good fighter would catch him, a la Tank Davis. So now he keeps his guards up, and I saw that a lot when he was fighting Yoshino, that he wasn't, keeping his guards down. And I noticed that Shakur now, he walks his opponent down. Shakur has that type of confidence that now he stands in front of you and he walks you down and still don't get hit. Shakur Stevenson is a combination technician. He can throw 2 and 3s, and then he can sneak down to the body on his opponent. Shakur Stevens remind me of a Sugar Ray Leonard. He's just unbelievable when he's in there fighting. It's just somebody just sculptured this guy as a boxer. That's just how good he is with his ring generalship when he's in the ring. He's an offensive genius, because he just sees everything. And Shakur Stevenson, he can even be on the ropes and do a little rope-a-dope and let you kind of throw a few. But Shakur Stevenson is going to get the best of you when you finish punching. Then Shakur can gauge his distance. And then I don't know if you noticed that, but he kind of puts the arm out a little just so he can kind of gauge where his opponent is and where he is and where he needs to be when he throws his shots. Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, is a generational boxer, and I think the only one that can possibly uh, give Shakur a run for his money would be Tank Davis. And we're going to talk about that, but not right now. So, having said all that about both of these great fighters, even though Devin Haney, is an unbelievable fighter, I'm going to kind of give the edge to Shakur Stevenson. Because Shakur Stevenson, again, he's a master boxer. As the fight goes on, Shakur gets comfortable in there. He starts to see more and more things, and he tends to know how to make adjustments. Whereas when Devin Haney fought Lomachenko, it's like he kind of ran out of options when it came to I think it was the ninth round when he told his father in the corner that he was on to him. And so that meant that I guess he didn't ran out of options. He didn't know what to do next. And I think when it comes down to a master boxer like Shakur Stevenson, I think Shakur is going to make the necessary adjustments. And I also think that Shakur is the stronger out of the two because he knocked down Yoshino, I think it was 2 times, and then the ref called it, later in the fight because Yoshino wasn't doing enough. And I hope I'm not tearing his name up too bad. But that's what I have. I think that if they make this fight happen, but Devin is thinking about moving up to 140, so it might not happen. I'm hoping it does, though, because he can make a ton of money fighting Shakur Stevenson. I think that would be a blockbuster fight. I think it would be a great fight. And I hope this fight happens before Devin Haney moves up to 140 because he's having problems, at 135 to lose all that weight for him to be like 5'9", to lose all that weight and then be good at what he's doing. So it remains to be seen. I hope it happens. Shame on you, Bob Arum, for saying that it was one-sided. I don't know what fight he was watching, but the right person won that fight. And let's just move on, everybody. It is what it is. The champ always going to get a little advantage because he is the champ. So let me know, who do you think would win between Devin, the Dream Haney, and Shakur Fearless Stevenson? That's all I have for you. I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys.